Hi friends, welcome back to my channel. My name is Katie and this is Catherine the 19th. Today I wanted to sit down and chat with you about my September favorites, but before that, I also wanted to give a bit of a life update. I know that I've been away for quite a while, so I thought that I would let you guys know what I've been up to and what my plans kind of are for this channel moving forward, as well as let you in on the stuff that I've been enjoying this past month, including camera tech, books, skincare, pretty much everything. First things first, this location might look a little new to you. It is a brand new filming background for me. I think I like it though. What do you guys think? I'm back to school now. This is my final year of university, which is a little hard to believe. I kind of still feel like I'm in first year sometimes. I'm living here with Dan, Emily, and Alexandra. We're all housemates this year, which is lots of fun. If you've watched my vlogs from the past years, then you'll know that for my first 3 years of university, I lived in residence, which was fun. But now it's kind of a different adventure living off campus. If you're new here or if you just forgot, I'm studying English with a specialization in digital media studies. So far this term, courses are going well. I'm pretty much enjoying school overall, and I decided to join the campus newspaper, which I am now the video editor for. So I create social media videos for them. It's been lots of fun. And in addition to all my school stuff, I've kept up with my freelance work, which I started over the summer. Again, if you watch my vlogs, you might remember that I started my own freelance videography studio called K19 Studio. I create promotional videos for small businesses, and my goal is eventually to work with other online creators and YouTubers, which I've been kind of working towards over the past few months. So as you can imagine, in addition to having my final year of classes, my fourth year English classes, my freelance business, volunteering at the school newspaper, social life, if I have one, all of that being in my life has made making YouTube videos a little bit more difficult, but I'm still really excited about creating, and I want to keep that up. So unfortunately, I'm not going to be committing to the crazy schedule that I used to hold for the first half of this year. If you remember, from January to about May, I made videos 5 times a week, which was great for me at the time. I found that very challenging and very productive for my creativity, but I'm at a spot right now where that's just not reasonable. So I'm hoping to make 1 video a week, hopefully coming out every Saturday. You're hopefully seeing this on a Saturday. And I kind of have shifted my feel a bit on YouTube. For a while, I felt this huge pressure to niche down and have a very specific type of video that I would make. You might have noticed I was making a lot of camera, tech, videography, and creativity kind of related videos, a lot of tutorials on Premiere, a lot of camera videos, which I love that stuff, and I love watching that stuff, and it was fun to make. But I just don't know if that's everything that I want to make, hence this very generic favorites video. I kind of want this to just be a lifestyle channel where I talk about all the different things that I love, and I know I've kind of flipped back and forth about this over my many years here on YouTube, but it's fun to do. I feel like this is about fun, and I want to talk about what you guys are interested in and what I'm interested in too. So please let me know in the comments if you have any video requests for me over the next little while. I have seen some recent requests on my last videos that I do want to make, so please keep them coming because I'd love to know what you guys are interested in hearing about. In particular, my Mennonite audience, I have kind of been neglecting you for probably about 2 years now. For anybody who isn't part of that group, you're probably very confused right now. Like, what is a Mennonite? I do want to start talking about that in my videos again and reintegrating it because it is a big part of my life, and I think that people enjoy those videos. So we'll see how that can be incorporated. With all of that said, let's get into the favorites for the month. Thanks so much for hanging on through all of these life updates. Oh, one final life update. You might remember, I'm getting married. I got engaged to my now fiance, Dan, in April. If you haven't seen that video, you can go watch it. I'll link it in a card. Kind of embarrassing for me because normally I don't like people to know that I have feelings. But anyway, it happened. You can watch it. So there might be some discussion of wedding planning stuff if you guys are interested. I'm really not a huge wedding fanatic or anything, so it's definitely going to be more low-key. But if you're interested in that, then I would like to talk about it because I personally find it really hard to find relatable wedding content online because all of it is oh, so now that you have your 1,000,000-point checklist and your budget and your hired wedding planner and your hired social media coordinator for the day, you're ready to go. That's nuts to me. I don't want to spend more on this than I have on all of my tuition ever, which is what a lot of people recommend. So If you're interested in realistic freaking wedding content, let me know because I'll talk about it too. I'll talk about everything. Ask me questions. All right, let's get on to the favorites. That's what we're here for, right? That's what this is about. September has flown by. I can't believe it's almost October. Finally, it actually feels like October. It's been so hot recently, but now it's actually nice out. I'm going to kick this favorites portion of the video off by talking about my favorite camera lens. This month, I've really been digging my Canon zoom lens. This is the EFS 55 to 250 millimeter with image stabilization. This is a really awesome lens. I had a freelance project this month that required me to do a lot of it was event coverage basically. I'm making a highlights reel for this conference, and so I was doing a lot of, sneaky filming of people from far away, which this lens is perfect for, because if you have ever tried to get candids at an event, then you know that if you get really close to people, they get awkward. So it's better to stand way across the room and then just zoom in as far as you can go and then snap that pic of them laughing and having a great time. This isn't a fast lens though. The aperture minimum, or I guess maximum, is 4.5, I believe. So that's not super great, but because of that, it is very affordable. This is one of the cheapest Canon zoom lenses, and it works very well. I would recommend. Moving on to beauty and skincare. Yeah, I'm going to talk about that stuff. Why not? Feminine things aren't uncool. I can talk about them, okay? My first favorite is something that is new to me this month, but that I have really been enjoying, and that is my Paula's Choice Hydrolite One Step Face Cleanser. I got this from the recommendation of my friend Alexandra, who, by the way, you might be seeing in a video soon, because I do want to make a full skincare video, because that's something that I have been kind of useless with, and it was only from her help that I was able to figure out what I should be doing to my skin. This is a great product. Paula's Choice is a Canadian company, and it is a cruelty-free company, so I definitely would recommend purchasing from them. Obviously, it's a little bit more expensive than your average drugstore cleanser, but I do think it's worth it. Plus, this bottle will last you so long. Alexandra has been using hers for over a year now, and she still has a bunch left. So you really don't need a lot of this product, just a tiny little amount, and it just washes away any makeup and dirt on your face and prepares you kind of for the rest of your skincare routine. So definitely check this out. My second favorite is a product that I kind of rediscovered this month, because I'm the type that never throws out makeup, even though I probably should. So I have stuff sitting around that I just forget about, and then I start using it again, and it's as if I just bought something new. This is the Get Big Lashes Mascara from Essence. Essence is a brand, I think you can get it everywhere. I don't think it's Canadian. But I bought this in Shoppers Drug Mart, and I swear this was like $2. It is a very, very affordable brand. They have eyeshadow, mascara, blush. I think they have a full range of makeup products, but I really enjoy this mascara. Even though I've had it for over a year now, it still is fresh as ever. Very wet formula, which is nice, because I find if mascara is too dry, I feel like, oh, I'm just combing my eyelashes. Nothing is happening. This, I'm always very happy with the results. Lately, I have been actually curling my eyelashes and then swiping this on, and it looks great. My last makeup favorite is definitely my biggest makeup favorite. Guys, this is something that I also just got this month, and I'm obsessed with it. This is literally the best foundation I've ever used, okay? This is the Serum Foundation from The Ordinary. If you haven't heard of The Ordinary before, this is also a Canadian company that is cruelty-free. But you can get it everywhere. In fact, when I was in London in August, I saw a Deciem, the Abnormal Beauty Company store in Covent Garden. So I got some tips for you Londoners. Go to Covent Garden. You can get The Ordinary there. But you can always buy it online, no matter where you live. First of all, can we just talk about how this was $7, $6.70 Canadian. If you're American, that means it's probably $4 for you, okay? This is so cheap, but this is good stuff. This is high quality makeup. First of all, it feels like a serum when you put it on. It's a very watery consistency, very wet, which I like because that means it spreads really far. Obviously, not a super full coverage foundation. I'm wearing it now though, so you can kind of see. This is what it looks like, but it feels great. It feels like a serum. If you've ever used any of the serums from The Ordinary, then this is what this feels like. It feels like skincare. It doesn't feel like makeup, and it just looks great. For context, I got the shade 1.1P, which is fair with pink undertones, because it can be kind of hard to tell online what shade you should get, but I would say make your best guess. You'll probably be right. That's what happened to me. It's an amazing product. I would super recommend checking out The Ordinary. cheap as heck, but high quality products. And you know, that's what I stand for here. All right, let's talk about books. I have a couple books that I want to talk about. I haven't talked about books on this channel for a really long time. If you've been following me for a while, though, you'll remember that I used to actually make book videos. I was really into BookTube for a while, made reviews, made book hauls, all that jazz. I still love watching that. I don't read, well, I'm getting back into reading now. As an English student, I do a lot of reading for school, which is not what you want to hear about. So I'm going to talk about some fun books today. The first book I technically read in August, but I think I maybe finished it on the 1st of September, so I'm going to talk about it anyway. This book is Public Relations by Katie Heaney and Ariana Rebellini. These two girls are actually, I believe, BuzzFeed employees. They're both senior editors at BuzzFeed, and they wrote this book, and this is such a fun book, okay? It at first reads a little bit like fan fiction, but once you get into it, you're like, no, this is legit. It's a good book. Basically, the premise of this book is there's a character named Archie Fox who is kind of like a Harry Styles dupe. He is looking to rebrand his image, and so he goes to the PR firm that the main character, Rose Reed, works for, and she, though kind of a junior, associate at this PR firm, she gets to take on the project because she has so much more knowledge about kind of the teen pop music scene than the old dude like music associates there. She's really great at what she does. She's like a genius, PR manager lady, and she takes on his project and is successful. That's all I'll say. There's a little bit of chemistry between them, if you like that kind of a story. My second book favorite is one that I'm actually not done reading yet, but I know it's going to be a favorite, and this is a book called A Year of Biblical Womanhood by Rachel Held Evans. I have been following Rachel Held Evans on Twitter and her blog for years now. She is a really great, feminist Christian writer, and she often talks about kind of controversial issues within the church. She comes from a more conservative, evangelical background, and so a lot of what she does is talk about how women are actually equal. I'm often looking for kind of different literature, writing about theology, the Bible, stuff like that, but often the stuff that's more approachable that you find can be kind of conservative. And so I'm really happy to find feminist writers that are readable. Obviously there's lots of high academic stuff to be read that would probably be more progressive, but that's not what I'm reading in my free time. This book is about Rachel Held Evans and her year of pursuing biblical womanhood. For those of you not in the know, a lot of times more conservative, fundamentalist groups will cite biblical womanhood as the ideal, what you should be doing. But obviously it's quite unclear what biblical womanhood actually means, because the Bible is a long book spanning thousands of years and many different examples of, the role of women. It's kind of similar to the term biblical marriage. What does it mean? Polygamy, thousands of concubines. So to kind of prove this point about the ridiculousness of asserting this biblical womanhood, Rachel sets out to kind of spend a year trying to follow all of these rules and trying to follow all of the recommendations of what it means to be a biblical woman, and sort of pointing out where that becomes ridiculous and also where that can be fulfilling. So I think it's interesting. I think it's really good to have feminist critiques of the Bible and discussions of the Bible. It doesn't have to be a critique, If you are similar to me, a Christian of the progressive persuasion, I would recommend reading this book. To end off this favorites video that is starting to get a bit long, I just have 2 fashion favorites to share with you. Both of them are shoes. First off, I have this pair of loafers from Aldo, which I love. I got these as kind of my Gucci loafer dupes because I really wanted, the classic Gucci loafers, but I'm not willing to spend $750 for shoes. I feel like a theme is emerging here. As you can see, I present high quality options at low prices. So those are my shoes. And finally, probably my biggest favorite of the month, my Adidas Superstars. These babies right here are everything to me. I wear these every single day, which is why they're already kind of a little bit dirty. They're perfect for skateboarding to class. They're perfect for walking, super comfortable, and they look super fly. So, love these shoes. Wear them everywhere. Actually, I'm going to slip them on right now to head down to campus for a group meeting. So those are all of my favorites for September and a little bit of an update on where I am in life. Thanks so much for watching, guys, and thanks so much for your patience over the past few weeks. I know I was MIA for a month, and then I started making videos, but I have not been consistent with it. So thanks for all of your waiting on that. before I go, I just wanted to mention we are very close to 2,000 subscribers, which I find very exciting. So if you want to take a moment to share one of your favorite videos that I've ever made with a friend of yours who you think might be interested, please do that. I really appreciate it, and it'd be cool if we hit 2,000. Maybe I can make some kind of promise of what I'll do. I don't know. Let me know in the comments what you want me to do once we hit 2,000 subscribers. So please be sure to give this video a thumbs up if you enjoyed it, and of course comment below any suggestions, recommendations you have for future videos, and then hit subscribe so that you don't miss any of those videos that I will make in the future. As always, I love you all. I hope you're following your dreams, and I will see you next weekend. Bye!